Hi, this is John Weir with Marcus and Millichap. Today is May 5th, 2021. This is now a week and a half to 2 weeks after some teasers of potentially removing the 1031 as a viable option for investors. That being said, I feel like these out-of-state videos of the month series that we've been doing are becoming more relevant, as you know, this opportunity might not forever be available to investors. So the intention of these videos and these series is to put out inventory that I look at daily that you might not have access to or look at and realize that it is an option for you. These are generally absolute triple net leases in the sense that there's no management responsibilities or no expenses for the owner and investor. And they're good exchange properties for multifamily owners who have owned their property for a long time and built a lot of equity and are looking to just increase their cash flow and be done with the day-to-day. So I'm gonna do a screen sharing here, walk you through 4 properties that are out of state. First one being 7-Eleven. This one's in Gotha, Florida. Here's the actual property, newer construction. It's got a gas station as well. This property is priced at $5,357,000. It's a 4.5 cap. Your base rent is $241,000, and then there's increases every 5 years. There's a 7.5% rent increase, so that keeps up with inflation. Also helps preserve the value of the asset. This has a lease that expires. It started in 2018 when it was built. And it was a 15-year lease. It expires in 2033. So there's still, 12 years left on the lease, 12 and a half years left on the lease. There's also 4 or 5 year options to extend. So after the lease term, there's about 20 years. There is 20 years in options to extend. There's a rent schedule right there. This is guaranteed by 7-Eleven Corporate, which is AA minus. It's investment grade for sure. I believe it's AA minus. But S&P. This talks about 7-Eleven. Here is a map, an overview. You're located right here on a road, on Old Winter Garden Road, with about 25,000 vehicles passing per day. And then across the street up a little bit is a Walmart Supercenter. You got the Orlando Health Central Hospital with 171 beds directly across the street, and then a mall not too far. I mean, this is a pretty good area with super solid demographics. That's why I'm showing this as opposed to a few other deals. Here's another photo of the property. So I think it's got 12 gas docks and then the 7-Eleven convenience store. There's another shot of it. There's that Walmart Supercenter, the hospital I was telling you about, Chick-fil-A, and then some other health building, medical office building, some other photos. Okay. So this is just to the west of Orlando. It's technically in Orlando. Orlando's a really good metro in Florida, which many of us know about. Within a 10-mile radius of the subject property, there's over 667,000 people. So a very high dense, high populated area for investors who like those types of areas better. The second deal we're going to look at is Chipotle. Here's a photo of the Chipotle. This one is in Dayton, Ohio. New construction with the Chipotle, the drive-through, contactless business model. Here's an aerial of the site, kind of smack down in the middle of in a couple industrial parks. You got the University of Dayton, like a mile or so to the west, and then you got a couple country clubs to the north. I mean, there's a lot going on here. A lot of people. Again, this is one of those deals with a really high, highly dense population. Here's the lease structure. So this one's a little bit smaller price point, $2,358,000. It's a 4.75 cap. The structure was built in 2005 and then renovated, restored in 2021. It's on 1.5 acres. It's a modified triple net lease with 10 years left on the lease. And there's 4 or 5 year options to extend. There's 10% rent increases every 5 years, including the options. So here is the rent schedule, starting off at $112,000 net income, and then jumps up about 10, 11 grand after year 6. Here's some investment highlights. Here's the demographics. So you're just south of Dayton. Within 5 miles, there's over 200,000 people, which is very strong. Next deal we will look at is a CVS. This one is in Texas, in Mesquite, Texas. I was just looking at this with another client. That's why I'm showing this to you. I like this deal a lot because they've been here forever. CVS has been there for over 25 years, historical occupancy, which I like. The newer construction properties are great, but sometimes it's good to know that a tenant's an established tenant in that location and they're really not going anywhere. This is corporately guaranteed by CVS Pharmacy. There's 20 years left on the lease. This one expires in 2039. Absolute triple net. It's a ground lease. This one is priced at $3,088,000, built in 1996 at a 4.5 cap. Within 5 miles. This is, so if you look on a map, this is just east of Texas, maybe 30 minutes, of Dallas. And there's over 245,000 people within a 5-mile radius of this CVS Pharmacy. This talks about the tenant, the credit. It's BBB for the S&P credit rating. Fortune 500 company, currently ranked number 5. I mean, this is like as strong of a tenant as it gets, having CVS as your tenant. So there's the location. It's kind of on a hard corner with about 25,000 vehicles passing per day combined. And then you got the Dallas Regional Medical Center just east a little bit with 200 beds, which is kind of what you want if you have a pharmacy, CVS type tenant. And then the last deal we'll show you is a Pizza Bell. It's a Pizza Hut and a Taco Bell. The fast food is something I've gravitated towards with my clients in the past. Just something we can understand as far as like the business model. This one is in Orlando, Florida. Again, a lot of our clients are looking for these states where people are moving to: Florida, Texas, Arizona. And then also most of those states have tax benefits as well. So here's a site plan, and you got downtown Orlando right there. SeaWorld, Universal Studios, a bunch of retail all over the place, and then there's the location right there. So it's within 3 miles of Magic Kingdom. Looks like it's surrounded by a lot of residential, a couple golf clubs. Smaller deal. This is $2.131 million at a 4% cap, built in 2017 on an acre of land. It's a franchisee guarantee by Bravo Foods LLC with 14.5 years left on the lease. Absolute triple net, 10% rent increases every 5 years. Here's the rent schedule. So here's the location. This is a great photo. So you got 360 unit apartment complex just across the street, 396 units across the street, 280 units across the street, 304 units up here, 346. There's a lot of people in this little corridor right here. And so the Taco Bell Pizza Hut is next to Bank of America, Starbucks, Publix, Chase, Storage Center, Car Wash, as well as some other retailers. This is also a very strong demographic deal. None of these are, secondary or tertiary markets. Within 5 miles of this site, there's 94,000 people. And the growth, this is the reason I was showcasing this deal. The growth between 2020 and 2025 is projected to increase by 21%. A lot of people from New York, it seems like, are moving down south to Florida due to the pandemic. It's kind of accelerated that growth, as well as other states too. So people are really interested in investing in Florida, and this seems to be a good option. Another photo of the site. Anyways, thank you for tuning in and watching this video. If any of these deals seem interesting, or if you are in an exchange, please let me know. I'd love to work with you. Or if you are contemplating, not really committed at all, but want to take a look at an analysis showing you what a jump from your multifamily property into one of these assets would look like, no strings attached. We're happy to put together a nice detailed analysis for you. Thank you.